It's got to be real.
Yes, guys, what's going on? So today we've got on the line one of the, I think within the next year or so, we can be looking at saying that this fighter is going to be one of the top elite level fighters. He was just before he had a few troubles on the line. We've got Mikey Garcia. Mikey, how are you? You all right?
Hello, man. I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
Right, Mikey, so let's get straight into this interview. Now, obviously, everybody knows you've been having a lot of dispute with Top Rank, and I know there's certain things that obviously you don't want to say because you could get into, a bit of bother, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But could you just elaborate quickly on, just slightly what happened with you and Top Rank and where you currently are with them?
Well, last week, a week ago, Thursday, Bob made a statement that he had released me from company from Top Rank. However, that was not accurate at the moment. That was the plan. That's what both teams of attorneys were working on, but at that moment it was still not official. My team of attorneys and Top Rank's attorneys were going back and forth trying to negotiate a settlement for a release. But as of 2 days ago, they made it official. They sent me the confirmation that it is done. We are completely free and clear from Top Rank. We no longer are bound by anything to Top Rank, and they themselves are also, not in debt with me at all. We both were left alone. I did not have to pay anything or buy myself out as others have in the past. I did not have to buy anything out, no contract, nothing like that. They just agreed to let me go, and I'm very happy with that result. They basically threw in the towel last minute. I fought them till the end, and they decided it was best to just let me go then continue with the court proceedings.
Now, Mikey, obviously this has been going on for a while, and you've been out of the gym for a while. How do you think it's going to affect? I mean, have you been in and out of the gym, or have you not been training? Obviously, I know like ring rust can take place. Until you jump back in that squared circle, you're not going to know exactly where you're at. But I mean, how are you feeling? Have you been in the gym, or do you think there's going to be a lot of ring rust going in?
No, I've actually been in the gym all these last 2 years. I'm always in the gym. Not in a training camp mode, but still at the gym, sparring, getting work in. About a month ago or so, I was even getting up to 12 rounds of sparring, a couple days a week, just to stay in shape. I love sparring. I love working out. So it helps me stay active, and be ready. So I don't see how I will be affected much. I think the only thing I need to watch out for is when I do step back in the ring for a fight, I want to see how my body responds and reacts at the different weight class. I hope to get back soon, and I want to do something at 140 pounds just to see how my body reacts. If I feel that it's too big of a division for me, I may decide to come down to the lightweight 135-pound division. But it all depends on how my body reacts the day of the fight. I mean, everything can go great during training camp, and making weight can be fine, but during the fight, you never know, especially since I've been gone, like you said, for 2 years, and it is a different weight division that I want to be fighting at. I got to make those proper adjustments. But as far as skills and talent and abilities, I don't see any ring rust. I don't feel any ring rust. My dad, my brother, nobody can think or say that they see, that I slowed down or that I may not have enough left. I think I'm going to be better and stronger and just a much better fighter, more determined, more hungry this time around.
Now, Mikey, obviously, my next question was going to be about the weight classes. Now, who are you looking at? If you're obviously talking about 140 pounds, who are you looking at the moment in that weight division like that you want to target? Obviously, you're going to need 1 or 2 tune-up fights to get yourself back in. But, I mean, after them tune-up fights, are there any specific names on your radar who you want to target in the near future?
Well, look, since we don't have dates or we didn't have a confirmation that we'd be fighting anytime soon, I wasn't looking at any one particular fighter. I wanted to test out the division at 140 to, just like I said, feel my body, feel my reaction. Can I move around? Do I feel fast? Do I feel light on my feet? Do I carry power? I want to feel that out first. And if I can maybe make the 135 division, if I feel that that's a better division for me, then maybe after 1 or 2 fights, return fights, I may decide to move up down to the lightweight division. So I'm not sure. I'm not looking after any one name in particular. Once I decide what division I'm gonna be campaigning at, then I'll look at the names. But everybody knows the title holders at every division, and that's who we would be looking at once we're there at that moment.
Now, Mikey, obviously, do you know before you left, right, there was a lot of talk about you entering the pound for pound rankings, and you were really moving up, and then all of a sudden this thing's happened with Top Rank, and you've not been talked about. Is that one of your aims, to become one of the pound for pound best? And if so, how long do you think it will take you before you start getting ranked in the top 10 pound for pound rankings?
Look, I'm never really. My goal has never been to be rated, a specific number in a pound for pound rankings. That's different magazines, different articles, writers. They have different ratings all the time. So that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. What means more to me and what I value more is what the fans think of me and how the fans support me and how the fans appreciate and recognize me and just give me the credit. That's what I love most. I mean, I could be ranked 10 or not even in the pound for pound, and that wouldn't matter to me. What would matter is that the fans respect me and recognize me as a champion and just admire what I do in the ring. That the support and love that they give me is what really helps me get motivated for all this, and that's what shows me that I am who I am in boxing. That gives me the value. That's what I value the most.
Now, Mikey, obviously there's a few different main stables what you could sign with at the moment. Obviously Floyd Money Mayweather, he's come out and he's made comments that he loves Mikey Garcia and he'd love to sign you up. There's the Al Heyman crew, and really they're under one similar banner. On the other hand, you've got Golden Boy, and then you've got Top Rank, which obviously I don't think you're going to be wanting to get involved with them anytime soon. So I mean, what options have you got available outside of the PBC, Al Heyman and Golden Boy? What other options have you got available out there, what you're seriously looking into?
Look, right now I haven't sat down and talked to anybody. This is still very, very new and very recent, just very soon, just happening. Like I said, 2 days ago, got confirmation. So right now, I'm just going to sit back, talk to my brother, talk to my dad, and plan our next move. I know my brother's been getting calls. I've been getting messages, and I hear, the video. I see the videos on different websites, Floyd, and then, I hear PBC, I hear Golden Boy. My brother has gotten calls from promoters in other countries asking, to talk to me, to give us an opportunity, they can work with me, they want to make me, they can make me a lot of money, they can give me big fights. Well, that's great. I mean, but until we sit down and talk and actually put, things on paper and weigh the pros and the cons, because it's not that easy. I mean, it may seem like it's a good deal, to sign with one promoter, but you got to look at the long run. You got to look at the long picture, the big picture. Is it a good promoter maybe right now, or is it going to be a good promoter for the next 5 years or 10 years? Or, are they developing new fighters? Competition. Who's available? What kind of opponents will we be fighting? Who do they have that I can fight that could help me in my career? So it's a bigger process than people think, and that's why me and my brother and my dad are gonna take our time. Sit back and really consider every option available and make the best decision that fits me and my career, not just for the short little 1 or 2 fights span. No, we're gonna look at the big picture, the long run.
So, obviously now, Mikey, you've been out of the ring for a while, and I just want to touch on this again. When fighters leave the ring for a while and they come back, they evolve as fighters. I mean, Andre Ward, as in a prime example, he took quite a bit of time out of the ring, and he had his disputes with Goosen Promotions, and he's come back and he's evolved. He's not moving as much. He's a little more settled on his feet. He's planting himself more. Is there any differences in your style that you can break down for us in terms of boxing terms? I mean, is your footwork still the same? Have you got more power? Are you timing things a little bit better now? What's changed in you now as a fighter? Because you've been out for quite a while. And we haven't seen you in action. So has there been any alterations in your style? Because before you were moving quite a bit, but then you weren't scared to like mix it up inside the pocket and crack people out. What's changed about you, and how have you evolved as a fighter in these past few months which you've taken out?
Look, to answer that, I don't think that I've changed based on because of my inactivity or because of the time that I've been out of the ring. If I change, or better word would be evolve, would be describing my fight game, would be because now I will probably are hungrier, more determined to prove to everybody, who the best fighter really is, and that's me. I'm more confident in myself, in my abilities, and my skills, that I will, show the people and show the world, everything that Mikey Garcia has to offer. From what I did in the past, my reign as champion, 2 titles, 2 divisions, but that was only about 4 fights. A couple fights before that people got to see me on big network. So people have only seen me, maybe 6 or 7 times, in the ring, that they can really remember, good performances. Before that, my career was on smaller networks, and only, limited number of fans would be able to see me. When I did start fighting on HBO, like I said, that's only been maybe 6 or 7 fights. So they haven't seen the full Mikey Garcia because the opportunities haven't presented themselves. I haven't had the need to show everything that I have. I haven't had to pull any tricks of the game, any new things that I've learned. And from now on, once I do return, I will be able to do that, just to prove everybody, everything that I have to offer, and all my abilities and all my skills that I've learned and that I've acquired, and I'm ready to show them. I'm ready to showcase them, and just, put a great show for everybody to admire and be happy with.
Right, Mikey, we thank you very much for your time. Hopefully all the UK are going to be watching you as well. Hopefully you sign with a promoter and try and get your fights either on Box Nation here in the UK or Sky Sports, so we can watch you as well. I wish you nothing but the best, Mikey. Thank you very much for your time on Be Real TV.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.